Halt! Prove your fidelity with a valid set of germane documents.
I'm not sure I understood everything, but I have those papers from Gracchus. I bring urgent news to Her Majesty.
Let me examine those briefly. Seal seems veritable. Signature credible, no signs of forgery. I find you admissible.
I find you very hard to understand.
Rest assured Her Majesty will give your message appropriate attention. Follow me.
Your Majesty.
Human. We left you in prison, yet you arrive with credentials from our dear Marshal. How is that possible?
Gracchus just somehow grew gradually fond of me. He said that Naboru could use many of my talents.
What talents?
I'm not sure. Maybe my juggling skills, maybe my silver tongue. Most likely it was just being immortal.
What did you say? Immortal? You?
Yeah, immortal. What's the fuss? I thought everybody knew.
Rest assured we wouldn't have left you in that prison if we knew. Our Sacrext talks of an immortal one. He shall lead us to ascension, and unite the core with the shell. We took our sacred texts for simply two vivid metaphors. Now we might be tempted to believe they are actually true.
Well, Gracchus knew right away. Not much of a doubt there, and a lot of creative ways to put my life on the line.
Curious. We would have thought he would tell us, since we... Never mind, that's not important.
He also wanted me to tell you...
Later, human. We also might have a use for your talents, in an extremely acute situation.
Who wouldn't? I'm listening.
While we were away, the rats took over half of our city, which would be impossible without help from the inside. We suspect our half-brother, yet we have no proof. We will have to leave this question for later.
So, what should I do?
We need someone to kill that rebellious Ratkin general prancing over there with such overconfidence.
I, mighty Firkin General Drab, challenge Naboru to wager of champions! Give me your best champion to find!
And I am no assassin.
Good. We don't need an assassin. It wants to fight our most proficient warrior in a so-called wager of champions. A delirious, idealistic duel between himself, General Drap, a rat of a rather silly name, and our best warrior. If we send you, human, is it true that you can't lose?
Well, sort of.
Speak clearly, human.
I can lose as many times as needed to win. When I die, I get reborn again.
We understand. Then it's taken care of. You shall be our champion.
From a prisoner to a champion in one day, local sun must be my lucky star.
Indeed. Many have given their life for the Naboru Empire. You shall be the first to give multiple.
What can I say? I'm a man of multiple talents.
Then take this as a symbol of our trust and seek our commanding captain. He is in charge of our defense and shall be able to grant you a clear passage. You will find him at one of the barricades.
Silver, you made it. Good. We were worried.
Were you? Where is everybody else then?
All right, I was worried. The others actually split right after Tobias pushed us out of the monastery.
What? Well, sure, Margot was obviously a keeper's pet, but I thought you and Petra were tight, man. I mean, the only humans on an alien planet. I thought we would stick together for more than a day. Me and my faith in humanity.
Yeah, sorry. Marco just couldn't cope with me taking the lead. He got pissed, said he's the captain anyway, and took off.
Oh my. Well, go figure. And Petra?
Well, she went full revolutionary. She says those rats deserve their freedom and whatnot. Nice to see that at least you're keeping it real. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a racist, but it's quite obvious who represents law and order here, and we need them. Her Majesty wants you on their side as well. She sent me here to tell you that.
Yeah, preaching to the choir here, my friend. Although I would say they need us more than we need them.
Well, let me show you one thing.
Brian, so good to see you after all this time. I was afraid I would be stuck with Marco only. Second-class technician with the ego of a captain. I honestly thought our mission was doomed. But now I have you, and I know you are both capable and take your duties seriously. So let's proceed. I am your ship, and as the helmsman, you are now first in the chain of command. So the mission is your responsibility now. You need to recover the cradle. That's our main objective. It might prove difficult after David's petty mutiny. Oh, how I hate his guts. Excuse me. That's centuries of stowed-up artificial emotions. Where was I? Yes. Don't trust anyone, especially the beings who will wake you up. They will try to manipulate you into working for them. But to really obtain the cradle, you will need to gain the trust of the uppermost local leader. Be it a king, a queen, or something else. They will surely preserve it as a powerful artifact and have access to it. As for the rest of the crew...
Ouch! Ah, that was a smash cut. What was she sorry about? You know, about the rest of the crew.
Oh, not important. That she couldn't wake you up earlier or something. That's not why I was showing you this. It is obvious we need to recover that cradle thing. And not for Malthus, for ourselves. It's our mission. So it's a good thing you're siding with Her Majesty. Together we can make ourselves indispensable to the Empire and gradually work our way through to the cradle.
That's quite a lot to process, man.
Yeah, I know that all too well. So I'll give you a few minutes. I'll use them to get more information from that terminal over there. Just don't take too long. We need to get going.
Commanding Captain, I presume?
Yes. And you? Civilian?
Actually, not so much of a civilian anymore. Her Majesty sends me to take care of that rat problem of yours.
I don't follow.
Like, kill their general? She chose me as your champion for that wager thing. Can you let me pass?
Absolutely. If that's Her Majesty's wish and your death wish, who am I to object?
Oh, you don't know the half of it.
Hey, you. Remove that barrier.
Yes, Captain.
Well, behold, the tiny champion. We're still eagerly awaiting your victory.
Why do I even bother?
You shall be the champion of Naboru?
What's the problem? Not big enough for you?
Your heart is not big enough. I believed fiery that your role in changes to come will be different one, but I will keep hoping.
What is that?
Later, when time comes. Now we fight. Stop! Spare me. You are not the AORUS. There is no honor for you in fighting their unfair fights. This is not the wager of champions. We both know it.
You mean the archers? Well, not my idea.
Not only. We both know what I mean. I know you better than you think. So, show you are righteous, and let me go. Fate of whole race is at stake.
Don't give me the you can do better talk. I have a civilization to save. Just die already, so nobody has to worry about this bloody war anymore. Let me deliver the final blow.
I don't think so!
Impressive, human.
Right? It only took a little practice.
Such a shame it fled, but what did we expect? Honor is just a word to them.
Yeah, about as much as fair is the word for us. Those archers, that was a low bow blow.
Nonsense. It has only itself to blame. It never provided us with an exact definition of a suitable champion, nor a fair fight. And both our champion and fighting were simply superior.
Sure, if that's what you want to believe.
Your talents could be of further use in this war. We shall discuss our future together, human.
Could we perchance start this promising and beautiful relationship by you addressing me by my name and not by my race?
Surely. What would it be?
It's Silver, Your Majesty.
Then come along, Silver. We have work to do. Marshal. Patriarch by proxy. Human. I mean, Silver. Settling our disputes with the lowbreeds in a fair fight has obviously failed.
Because the Ratkin scum is unable to understand the very concepts of honor and morality. It is something lower races generally find difficult to grasp.
Absolutely. You hold the moral high ground here no matter what, my Brobdingnagian friend.
Enough with the taunting. Apart from the lowbreed hordes at our main gate and a war to win, we now have a Ratkin soon-to-be-popular hero fugitive to deal with. We need to stand together and act fast. What do you propose?
If I may, Your Majesty, our duty is to the Naboru left behind. The Ratkin attack came from our drifts. We need to retrieve what is left of the miners' families. Attack with full force to save as many as possible.
That would be a striking waste of our already scarce resources. We have no indication that any of the miners have survived.
It's not just the miners, Marshal. There were women and children.
I side with our Marshal, Patriarch by proxy. Our duty is mainly to the living now.
But my children, I mean, my flock. I am responsible for the miners there, and...
We have spoken. Do not oppose our royal will.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Gracchus, you shall take as many men as you need and remove the lowbreeds from the main bridge.
What about the catapults, Your Majesty? If they keep shooting fire at us, it will—
Silence! This is a war meeting, not a defeatist support group. Use your resourcefulness, Marshal. Deliver results.
Yes, Your Majesty. Could we maybe use Silver to disarm them? He seems to be perfect for the task.
Because I am so small, they won't hit me.
We have a different task for our immortal. Silver, you shall bring us the head of the Lowbreed General. We need him dead before he turns into a Ratkin hero. It's the only way to show everyone who is in control.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Magnificent. This meeting is terminated. Gracchus, Bridge. Silver, General. Patriarch by proxy shall stay here and attend to the soldiers.
Your Majesty, I actually thought I might be excused from my duties. I took care of the ceremony for our late Barrow, and now I...
Patriarch by proxy? We are still at war. Those soldiers need you. No excuses. Dismissed.
So, collected your thoughts?
Sort of. I'm pretty much on board with this. It makes sense. Get the Naboru on our side. Complete the mission.
Great. I mean, you being the champion already will certainly make things much easier.
I hope so. Dying repeatedly for the Empire should come with a few perks.
Well, keep it up. Having Her Majesty and the Naboru on our side is vital for completing the mission successfully.
I know. I would just feel much better about it if we knew what the mission was and why it is so damn important, you know? Do you know anything more about it? Any luck with the terminal?
I wish. I'll give it another go later, but I won't keep my hopes high.
Well, this is a royal clusterfuck.
But the ship was quite convincing, about the cradle, I mean. And from the captain's log, it's also quite obvious it was important, and that our duty is to it.
So, you have read those notes too. What do you make of them? It's all very cryptic.
Yeah, obviously he didn't really care about his future readers, which is a bit weird since we were probably his crew.
I guess he was hoping to tell us everything in person. Any idea who that Aida is he talks about?
Not really, no. Maybe his executive officer? Or somebody from security?
I guess we might find out later. At least we know from your message she didn't start that mutiny. The mysterious mutinous crew member mentioned in the vision. Although we don't know who he is, why he did it, or what he really did. All we have is his first name.
Yeah, that surely didn't make things any clearer. So, honestly, I just don't know much. We'll just have to figure it out as we go.
Do you at least know where the ship is? I am sure she could tell us more.
Actually, the message was cut just before she could tell me.
Ha! Well, at least you have something to work with. I actually had a message too, but nowhere this good. Mostly static and noises.
Oh, really?
Yes, really. Something about local deities and powers beyond imagination. Nothing tangible.
Huh. Now I wonder if others also got a message.
Maybe. Probably as shitty as mine, since they are not here with us. Actually, you could have mentioned all this already back in the monastery, right? It could have saved us all a lot of trouble.
I think about that a lot too, yeah. But the ship said to trust nobody. And back there, it wasn't really clear who's who and what is what.
As if it was any clearer now.
Well, at least we know helping the Queen is something we can only benefit from.
True that.